Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope that you had a beautiful weekend. We had quite a thrilling adventure this weekend. Brad took me and little man up in the airplane. It was the first time that all three of us got to fly together. So that was very fun. I hate to say how nervous I was, but I was extremely nervous. And I know Brad is an amazing pilot, and I don't usually have flight anxiety on larger airplanes, but for some reason those little airplanes, they do it to me. And especially since we did have a little bit of crosswind, it made for a little bit more of a bumpy ride. But we flew to a little airport near the Blue Ridge Mountains because they have a little restaurant right off the runway. And we were hoping to get an early dinner there. They close at 4 on the weekends. We got there at 3:55, so they had already closed. So we weren't able to grab food, but it made for a nice little destination. And the way back was much smoother and quicker, which I greatly appreciated. But it was adorable because halfway through, little man passed out in the back seat. So he still had his headphones on and his mic and his monkey in his lap, and he was so cute. And also I was able to go by our local spa. My mom for Christmas got me some credits for float sessions there. So they have the salt float tanks so that you effortlessly float in the water, and it's beautiful. They have the ambient light and the music. It was an amazing gift from my mom. It was so nice to be able to go. We don't have too much planned today. I have some laundry that I need to do. I gave little man a good night snack of blueberries the other night. So there are some blueberry stains on his sheets, so I need to try to get those out and wash his sheets and change his bedding. What else? There's several pieces of my clothes that I don't put in the dryer. I just hang dry. So I have a bunch of clothes that I need to go ahead and fold and put away in the drawers. No, you can't have it, buddy. No. Hey, don't talk to me like that. I took away his plastic and he's grumpy. What else do we need to do today? Ooh. I want to run by Target. I haven't been able to take those diapers back yet, so I need to run by Target and take those back. And I also need to run by Walmart and pick up some distilled water because, oh my goodness, this winter has been so dry. And so we've been trying to keep the humidifier going in little man's room, but we've run out of water. So we need to pick some more up. Do you see all the plants around you and you just want to num them? So that's kind of what's going on today. But first things first, I'm going to make some coffee and snuggle my sweet little kitty. Mwah. All right. Hey. Our neighbors across the street made us some amazing lamb and rice, and I don't want to return the container empty. I'm thinking chocolate chip cookies, but they are Muslim, and I know there are some dietary restrictions, especially around certain times of the year. So I just need to look it up and just make sure that chocolate chip cookies are okay. What are you asking for, sweet boy? Do you need a treat? What do you need? You need a treat? So after my cursory research on Google, chocolate chip cookies for our neighbors should be fine. But I'm going to get little man's laundry into the wash real quick so that can be going while I make the cookies. I just called Once Upon a Child in Greensboro because I still have that box of little man's clothes. I checked with my friends. All of their boys are in 3T, so they don't need any more. So I was going to take it into Once Upon a Child. They have a 3 to 4 week waiting period. So you bring in your clothes, 3 to 4 weeks later, they'll let you know what they want to buy, which is crazy, but it's actually better than it used to be, because it used to be a couple hours, but since Once Upon a Child is in Greensboro, it's like 35 minutes away from me. And so I would have to hang around in Greensboro for that time until it was ready for me to pick up whatever they didn't want to buy. So this actually works out a little bit better because now I can just go in, drop it off, and then they'll call me when they're ready for me to come back. And I want to go into Greensboro today to take little man to the trampoline park. We've not been to the one in Greensboro. We went to the one in Myrtle Beach when we were down there, and he loved it. So I just, for some reason, discovered the one, toy. So for some reason, I just discovered the one in Greensboro. So I want to take him to that, so maybe we can drop off this box of clothes on our way to the trampoline park, and 2 birds, 1 stone kind of thing. Okay, we've got the cookies out of the oven. Little man's laundry is in the dryer, and I went ahead and put the box of clothes that I'm going to be taking to Once Upon a Child in the car so I don't forget it later. So I'm going to run over to Target and Walmart now. Okay, that return is done. I also got to see a student who I have not seen in a while, so it was so nice to get to check in with her. And also seeing Blog Lottie's clothes at Target now is so fun. I did take a quick peek. I usually love her styles. It's usually too girly girl for what I generally wear, but I still think it's so cute. I'm going to run over, grab some gas because we're going to Greensboro later, and then go to Walmart, get distilled water, and it might be around time to pick up little man by then. All right, got the gas, and I'm at Walmart. But is anyone just going about their day and then all of a sudden realize that they're doing a habit that they picked up from their parents? For instance, my gas tank was only half empty, but I felt like it was on empty and I had to fill it back up because I usually always keep at least half a tank of gas in my car. And this is so my dad. And it's just so funny to kind of realize, oh, that's where I got that from. Anyway, let's go get water from Walmart. It is warming up nicely today. We got the water. It is time to pick up little man, and then we're going to go back home and throw dinner in the Crockpot and eat lunch and do more laundry, and then maybe go to the trampoline park. We made it back home. It turns out that the Once Upon a Child and the trampoline park are in the same parking lot, so that worked out for us. And little man had so much fun jumping. If you have younger kids, I don't know if you notice this as well, but the type of older kids playing around your smaller child kind of dictates how good a time your child has. So if the older kids are playing rough and they're not looking out for the little kids, as a mom, I'm always in a panic, but also my little kid is getting bowled over and is not having any fun. And it's not the older kid's responsibility for my child to have fun, but there's nothing that fills me with greater joy than seeing an older kid kind of take my child under their wing and teach them how to play and play with them in a more mature way than my 3-year-old is used to, but still in a very gentle way. It makes my day. And that was the type of kids that were at the trampoline park today, which made for such a nice time for me and little man. But it definitely wore little man out. So he is chilling downstairs, which is great. So I can get his bed finished, and then I still have the clothes in my closet that I need to fold up. All the monkeys back in there. Well, I'll go ahead and sign off now. Thank you so much for joining me for today. We're just going to do dinner, and then I'm going to go to the studio and teach. I'll let Brad take the cookies over to the neighbors tonight so they're still fresh, and I will see you in the next video.